Welcome and congratulations to the winner. How fun! All right, so my name is Kayla. I'm your moderator for tonight. And a little bit later, I will tell you in part two, I'll tell you a little bit more about me. And I want to say you'll also notice a wardrobe change. Okay, and that's because this part two segment we've done before, but it was so great and inspirational that we have decided to bring it back to you again tonight. So get excited. It is going to be amazing. So you want to stick around for that. But tonight is going to be in a two-part segment. The first part is we're going to face the battle of the skin types. What skin type are you? Drop it in the comments, let us know. But she will go over them all if you don't know, okay? So Teresa, our very own Studio B's very own independent beauty consultant, Teresa LeMaster, is going to bring us a good segment on the battle of the skin types. And so that's going to be part one. Part two is going to be the panel of opportunity. And if you've seen it before, man, was it good? It was good. Okay. So in between there, between part one and part two, we're going to tell you about a new product that launched this spring, 2021 spring. And so, oh my goodness, it is sexy. You guys, it is sexy. It is going to change your skincare game, okay? So get ready for that. So we're going to have part one. It's going to be independent beauty consultant Teresa LeMaster, and she's going to bring you some good information on the battle of the skin types. If you don't know your skin type, you will when we're done. And then part two is going to be the panel of opportunity. And squeezed in between there, we're going to give you a snapshot of that 2021 product release, okay? So we'll also have at the end a chance for you to get another prize, okay? So we're going to have an opinion poll, and we're going to post that link to the opinion poll at the very end. So you want to stay all the way to the very end so you can get your prize at the end. You can get your gift that we have for you at the very end. And all we want is your opinion. Let us know what you think. Let us know, kind of what, what you thought of the segment. And, with that being said, we also want to know, what other segments are you interested in? What would you like to know? Whether it's more about skin types or more about different products that will help with certain concerns that you have, or makeup looks, things like that. Let us know what you want, and you'll never know. It may be the very next segment that we do for you. So super excited. Are you ready? Tell us, why did you join us? Were you bribed? We're pretty good at that. And so let us know where you bribed and you're just kind of like helping your consultant out, or are you kind of interested in the segment for tonight? It's a pretty cool segment, okay? So let us know if you're interested in that segment, or are you kind of interested in the opportunity? Drop those comments below. Let us know. Keep them coming. Our consultants are in the comments and we're waiting to interact with you. Super excited to have you on. Thank you for joining us. And Teresa, girlfriend, I can't wait to hear what you have to tell us and how we can battle those skin types and win.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you sit back and relax, and I hope you learn a little bit more about your skin, and maybe even a few more things about Mary Kay that maybe you were not aware of. So anyway, regardless, I hope you have a good time. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking to you about the different skin types that we have. Did you know there's actually 4 different skin types out there? We have normal skin, which is great. If you have normal skin, you are blessed. Be thankful for that. Then we have dry skin, we have oily skin, and then we have combination skin. It can be a combination of all 3. The one thing to keep in mind too is that your skin can actually change with the seasons. It can also change with your hormones with different times of the month as well. So keep that in mind. The number one thing to do with your skin is make sure that you're hydrating and drinking plenty of water. That is very important no matter your skin type. The other thing is that it's important to make sure that you're using the right products for your skin, because sometimes people think that they're one skin type and they're actually another because they're just not using the right products on their skin. For instance, sometimes people that have oily skin have a tendency to use products that are a little too harsh, and they're stripping away all the oil, And then as they strip away all the oil, their sebaceous glands think, oh my goodness, what the heck just happened? And their sebaceous glands actually start creating more oil and overactivate. You don't want that. The other thing is sometimes, you see a product that says it's great for all skin types, and then you use it. And if you're a dry skin person, what happens is it might be a little too harsh for your face. Or even if you're normal skin, it still might be a little too harsh for your face. And then it can strip everything away. It can dry out. It can feel really tight, things like that. So anyway, so keep those things in mind as well. I'm going to preface all this with, it is so important to cleanse and moisturize your face at least twice a day, no matter what your skin type is. Kind of like I said just a few minutes ago, if you're oily and you don't hydrate your skin with a proper hydrator, your sebaceous glands overactivate and create more oil, and you don't want that. So keep that in mind. So the first thing we're going to talk about is normal skin. Normal skin is, like I said, it's just great. You want to make sure that you're just taking good care of it, and you are continuing to hydrate, and make sure you're using good skincare products on there. One product I'm going to be talking about that you could add to your skincare regimen is our gel hydrating mask. It's great for all skin types, even if you have oily skin, because it's just a great hydrator. And like I said, we lose moisture as we age, so make sure to add some additional hydration in there. It's your skin, if you are normal, it's not going to really feel like you have any issues. It's not going to feel tight. It's not going to have a tendency to look shiny and oily and things like that. So that's great. If you have dry skin has a tendency to just feel like it might be really tight. It might be even flaky, and you might have, dry patches. Your skin might just constantly be peeling and things like that. So it's even more important to hydrate and make sure you're using the right products for that. Some extra supplements that you might even want to add into your regular skincare line would be, once again, the gel mask that I just talked about, but also our extra emollient night cream might be even nice to apply at night over your moisturizer, or even our intense moisturizer comes in a little jar like this. But this is one thing that's great about Mary Kay. Get with your consultant. You can sit down. She can help kind of tweak your skincare regimen for that. Then if you have oily skin, more than likely you're going to know that you have oily skin. First of all, it's going to, I've heard different people say that, I just feel like a grease pit, or I look like a grease pit. And you don't want to feel like that, look like that, or you want to do something to, help with that. So like I said, make sure you're cleansing and moisturizing twice a day. You just want to make sure you're using the right product for that. So, but a couple of things that might help with that, that help reduce the oil is maybe even using our charcoal mask. This is great for all skin types, but even more so for oily people, because it's going to kind of help pull out that excess oil and impurities and things like that. Another great thing is our oil mattifier. It controls oil up to 8 hours. You can just kind of dabble it in the areas. Like for me, I always had dry skin until I turned about 42. And then all of a sudden I started getting a T-zone. I know, imagine that. But anyways, so that's why I learned about the oil-free mattifier even more so personally. And so, but it controls oil up to 8 hours. So you can, that might be something that you can kind of discuss with your consultant as well. And then if you do have oily skin, but you need some extra hydration, like even the hydrating gel mask the hydrating gel moisturizer that we have. it's oil free, and that's great as well. So anyway, so just some things that might help with reducing that oil. And then if your combination to oily, you want to make sure that you're using something that's going to give you a little bit of hydration, a little bit of moisture, a little bit of cleansing, not too harsh, not too much. It's just kind of even across the board. So anyways, the other thing that you could tell is if you have oily skin, chances are your pores are going to be a little more pronounced. You're going to see them a little more. So when you look in the magnifying mirror, and don't look in the magnifying mirror unless you have to, because we'll overanalyze ourselves even more so. But anyway, but yes, like when I started getting the combination skin in the T-zone, I started getting the oily in forehead, nose, and chin area. But I also noticed that my pores right through here we're starting to get a little more pronounced and things like that. So great thing about Mary Kay, we have some products that kind of help with that. So anyway, yeah. And if you have a really dry skin, back to that, just a thought I had, it's kind of like if you smile, you'll kind of have a tendency to even see more pronounced fine lines and things like that. Have you ever heard of anybody say they just look like they are weathered, or their skin is like leather? It's just because they're really, really dry, and they even need more moisture and hydration. So just another tool, back to the oily skin. It's kind of like, if you do have oily skin, another nice little tool that we have that might be handy is our beauty blotters. They come in a little pack. I don't have any with me at the moment, but anyway, they come in a little pack, and you can carry those with you. And if you're getting like those oily areas throughout the day, you can just kind of pat them on your skin, and they just absorb the oil, leave the makeup behind, and they're just kind of fabulous for that. So if you are one of those oily skin people, that might be just a little tool that you might want to carry with you as well. So just kind of recap a little bit. If you are normal skin, your skin's going to just feel good after you cleanse, hydrate, all that stuff. It's going to just feel good. Dry skin is going to have a tendency to, be flaky, irritated, feel tight, things like that. Oily skin is going to have a tendency to have more pronounced pores, maybe in the cheek area, and it's going to look sweaty. It's going to look kind of greasy, things like that, as the day goes along. And then combination skin, you might have the areas that look fine, and then you're going to have those areas that have a tendency to get a little shiny throughout the day. So anyway, so hopefully this was helpful to you. Hope you learned a little bit more about your skin. But like I said, get with your consultant. You can kind of help tweak things, and especially with the change of the seasons and things like that. So anyway, so yeah, great thing about Mary Kay. You can always try before you buy, and it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So if something's not working for you, we can tweak that for you. Anyway, thank you so much, and have a great evening.